Therefore, I hereby declare that Toy Story 4 is not canon to the Toy Story, story.
But what about Lightyear?
Yeah, because that was the film that made Andy want to buy a Buzz Lightyear action figure. Case dismissed.
Day, Your Honor. Another debate, and another boring one at that. Why can't we have something more stimulating, with actual interesting facts? At the moment, all I'm doing is just sequels and remakes. Yes, I know. Well, hang on, a whole load of them came through this morning. Let me see if there's one. I mean, there has to be one movie that's worthwhile. Oh, there's no point, but look if you must. How about Who Shot First? Oh, good God, no. I don't want to be here for eternity. Could Jack really fit on the door with Rose in Titanic? Okay, whoever asks that seriously didn't pay attention to the storytelling. What really happened to the neighbour and the Joker? No, the filmmakers already confirmed it. And to be fair, I was kind of disappointed. What did the birds really want in The Birds? It's Alfred Hitchcock. It's best not to know and keep it open. Is Ed Wood truly the worst director of all time? Oh, there are far worse movies than Plan 9 from Outer Space. I can tell you that. I have it. You don't have it. No. It's not quite so obvious, but it could spark a very interesting debate. A beloved classic, and something original. I call upon this trial of cinema in the month of November as the perfect middle ground to decide on what holiday this particular movie belongs to. May I introduce the first witness, Halloween Town. And now, Christmas Town. I call upon you two holidays to decide once and for all, is Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween film or a Christmas film?
Oh, come on. Are you really going to go down that alley? Of course it's a Christmas movie. I mean, come on. It's got Christmas in the title. It's all about taking us. It's all about taking over Christmas and everything. I mean, there's no point in it. It's a Halloween movie. What are you talking about?
You will both have your chance to speak. Now, as Halloween has officially passed, Halloween Town, would you like to begin? Certainly. There's one thing that makes it evidently more Halloween, and it's the one small element that the entire film takes place in Halloween Town. I mean, look at it!
The film is drenched in Halloween imagery. The characters are all monsters or anything supernatural being associated with the holiday. The buildings are all obscure, much like the German Expressionism from silent horror. The colour scheme is black, white and orange, which again are associated with Halloween.
Yes, it may be set in a Halloween environment, but that's like saying it's not a true Christmas movie unless it's set in the North Pole. I mean, there's plenty of Christmas imagery.
In fact, you could make the argument that because of the colour scheme of Halloween Town, when Jack enters Christmas Town with the snow, vibrant colours and decorations, it makes Christmas look more magical. Jack's reaction is like a little kid discovering Christmas and being so overwhelmed by it.
But all the Christmas stuff ends up being Halloweenified, shrunken heads, pumpkin jack-in-the-boxes, a vampire teddy bear, a demented duck, and a man-eating plant disguised as a reef. And that's just a handful of presents that Jack delivers on Christmas Eve. There you go, it takes place during Christmas. Or at least the climax does anyway. But there are plenty of movies that take place during Christmas that aren't Christmas movies. You're going to try and tell me that Edward Scissorhands is a Christmas movie, or Batman Returns, or Eyes Wide Shut, or Die Hard.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
It's not a Christmas movie.
Agreed.
There are plenty of Christmas movies that don't take place the majority of the time during Christmas. Hell, one of the most famous Christmas movies, It's a Wonderful Life, the holiday doesn't even appear until the last third. Yes, but this Christmas becomes a nightmare. There are plenty of scary movies that take place during Christmas. Gremlins, Black Christmas, Krampus. There you go. That's the biggest difference. What are those movies trying to do? They are trying to scare audiences. Nightmare is not.
Jack wants to make his own Christmas and believes he's doing it right. It's only because of his natural talent for Halloween that makes it scary, but this was through no intention of his own. He wanted to spread joy and cheer that Christmas gives. In fact, it's his blinded enthusiasm that makes the whole montage more funny than scary, but it also makes us love him even more because of his optimism.
Okay, well, if we're going for Jack's character arc, what does he learn at the end of the movie? After his terror on Christmas happens, he finds his passion again and realizes that he is the Pumpkin King and therefore gets excited about next year's Halloween. Oh, okay, you want to talk character arcs? What do characters usually try to achieve in most Christmas movies? To have the perfect Christmas.
You could make the argument that Jack wants to be able to create Christmas himself, as he seems it's unfair that Santa gets this holiday all to himself. But like most Christmas movies, the characters realise that it's not the presents or the decorations, but more the people around you and being with your loved ones. The ending of Nightmare is the Halloween Town residents overjoyed that Jack is alive, and he is thankful that he is finally home where he belongs. Santa spreads Christmas joy by making it snow onto the town, and everyone has fun together. But more importantly, Jack realizes Sally's devotion to him, and so the final scene is them confessing their love for each other. How does that not get you those fuzzy feelings from Christmas movies?
Okay, I think we've heard enough from story and characters, but what about the filmmaking, particularly as Nightmare was stop motion? Well, the idea of the film being stop motion already adds a sort of creepy nature to it, so it kind of gives a Halloween feel. You might want to elaborate on that. Well, think about it. Before and after Nightmare Before Christmas, stop motion already had a sort of horror element to it.
One of the most early examples from the silent movie era is for a decapitation scene in the execution of Mary Stuart. There was one filmmaker from Russia who brought dead insects to life. How is that not creepy? And let's not forget the legend of stop motion Ray Harryhausen. He mainly created monsters and creatures.
Besides, the whole idea of stop motion is bringing something inanimate to life. That's one of the most famous horror stories of all time in Frankenstein. Okay, yes, bringing puppets to life does have a little bit of an eerie factor, but not all stop-motion films are trying to be sort of gateway horror. I mean, look at Aardman Studios.
In fact, stop-motion has been used for Christmas stories. Tim Burton has stated that the Rankin Bass, including Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, was inspiration on why Nightmare had to be a stop-motion film.
And we understood that completely. This could have so been easily a hand-drawn animated film, especially since we were coming into our Renaissance period. Oh, okay. Who let Disney into the courtroom? Well, I thought since the Walt Disney Company distributed Nightmare, it'd be interesting to have their insight. Oh, please, they didn't want the movie under the Disney name. way! It's under our animation studio logo now. Yeah, only because the popularity for Nightmare skyrocketed. You saw those money signs in Jack's eye sockets. It's not just about the money, it's to show our appreciation towards Nightmare. I mean, we decorate the Haunted Mansion full of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff.
Yeah, but you do it at both Halloween and Christmas. How does that help our argument?
Yeah, not to mention the fact that you can meet Jack in both his Pumpkin King outfit and his Santa Claus outfit. Well, it's to not show our bias to the fans. Yes, and that's to promote it more. More love, more merchandising, and therefore... What? That's ridiculous. All those in favour of Disney being unreliable for this argument say aye.
Aye.
Okay, fine. What if we made Nightmare Before Christmas into a live-action remake? Get out! So, whose opinion are you going to rely on? What about the filmmakers themselves? Oh, absolutely. Both director Henry Selick and composer Danny Elfman said that it is a Halloween film. 2 points for me. But you see, Henry Selick eventually said that it was more of a mashup, and Danny Elfman has said that it is more about Christmas, and let's be honest, during filming he said he admittedly hated Christmas as a holiday, so that doesn't really entirely support your argument, but if we are going to talk about one person, we are going to have to talk about the creator of Nightmare Before Christmas. Well, obviously we're going to have to talk about Tim Burton, but he hasn't really expressed what his true opinion on what the movie is. Well, let's have a look at what led him to create the story in the first place.
First, it was seeing a window display full of Halloween decorations being transferred to Christmas decorations. Then it was those stop-motion Christmas shorts that would have been on TV every year and the feeling of looking forward to those.
In fact, part of the poem is a twist on the famous poem The Night Before Christmas. You can clearly see that this holiday was the inspiration behind the movie. Well, you two are clearly not going to agree on this. We need an expert opinion.
Someone who has expertise on the subject of Tim Burton films. One has her videos themed around his movies, has clearly done research on the subject matter, therefore someone who will be fair, reasonable, and level-headed.
Halloween Town, Christmas Town, may I present Alex in Burtonland. Good evening. Good evening, Alex, and thank you for joining us. I wonder if you would have an opinion on this matter? As a matter of fact, I do. I believe it's both.
What?
What do you mean, what? Why should you guys care which one it is?
Oh, because it's our two holidays being represented.
Yeah, we need to know once and for all whose holiday it belongs to. Can't it represent both? I know people who watch it at Halloween and I know people who watch it at Christmas. And there are some who watch it on both holidays. Personally, I think the more the merrier. The film was only a modest hit when it came out, so seeing nowadays that it's gotten so much love, does it really matter which holiday it represents? If anything, it's giving both your holidays the attention.
People can get behind the spook factor of Halloween from the visuals and designs, while they can get behind the story of discovering and creating Christmas. At the end of the day, The Nightmare Before Christmas is a masterpiece. So many collaborators poured their heart and soul into this project that it even led to a temporary fallout between Burton and Elfman. Because all of them believed in this story, the characters, and the all-around feel. And the fact that it brings two polar opposite holidays together kind of makes it more special.
So, if you see it more as a Halloween movie, watch it at Halloween. If you see it more as a Christmas movie, then watch it at Christmas. If you're unsure, watch it during both holidays to see what it feels like to you. Because at the end of the day, it's showing your love for this movie, and it kind of makes it the one-of-a-kind, all-around holiday movie.
I suppose it does give me the warm, fuzzy feeling of Christmas.
And I suppose the designs are pretty awesome for anything Halloween related. I think we can both agree that this movie is a masterpiece.
Agreed! We have reached a verdict. Thank you, you two holidays, for joining, and thank you, Alex and Burtonland, for your expert advice.
No worries. Let us know what holiday you think Nightmare Before Christmas is, and hopefully I will see you back in Burtonland. Take care, happy Halloween, and Merry Christmas. But the Christmas elements all end up Halloween-like. There's shrunken heads, there's... Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna take some time. You're gonna say to me that Edward Scissorhands is a Christmas movie, or Batman Returns, or... There are plenty of scary films that take place during Christmas. Gremlins, Black Christmas, Krampus... Oh, I remembered them all. Oh no. Oh, and I had to look at it. Oh. Okay, well if we're gonna talk about Jack's character arc, what happens at the end? He spreads the... But that's like saying it's only a Christmas movie if it's set in the North Pole. There's plenty of Christmas imagery. I should look straight at the camera when I say that. Ah! Sorry, call went by. To scare audiences. Jack. It's not a nightmare, it's a J. Ah, but that's the difference. I sound very much like Jeff Goldblum now. Ah! But there are plenty of stop motion films that aren't trying to be scary. I mean, look at Aardman Studios. I just hit the heater, excuse me. It gave me a heart attack. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was a firework and it was so close. There you go, it takes place during Christmas. Or at least the climax does anyway. I will tell you one thing. It's definitely Halloween that wins the point for costume. This hat is driving me insane. God.